What if you're mistaken about dice? What if you've never thought there was another way? I think it's worth looking at everything we do at our tables and asking, is this the only way to do this? Does this best serve my game and my players? This video is sponsored by no one. I won't promote a game I haven't played or a product I haven't used. I've recently been thinking about the fundamental elements of game mastering, the things that we sometimes skip past when we talk to the next generation of GMs because we assume they know how they work already. We assume we know. My kid has recently started running a D&D game for his friends and excitedly told me their first piece of homebrew and what they've agreed for a player who wants to play a vampire mimic hybrid. There's some fun lessons that's going to teach. But looking at the absolute basics, we do all know how to roll dice, right? Or do we? Do you accommodate players bullishly announcing things like, I want to intimidate the innkeeper and I've rolled a 20 so I succeed? Or have you moved to a diceless and or GM-less role-playing game where there's no RNG to hide behind? I don't think diceless games are for everyone, and one of the reasons might surprise you. But first, one of the things that can be hard to enforce, at least initially, is that players cannot do everything. There's a lot of shorts on YouTube and cartoons supporting the "but he rolled a nat 20" meme. It's utter rubbish, but the discussion about how some things aren't possible even on a 20 in D&D skips past the other half of it, which is this. The Game Master decides how difficult something is, and so the Game Master decides if a roll is needed at all. It might not need a die roll because it's too easy, just as much as it's too hard. No matter how well you roll, you can't pick up a mountain, unless you're playing Nobilis, and that has no dice. And unless you're in dire straits already, there's no roll needed to eat a pie. I only ask for a roll when the characters are actually challenged in terms of difficulty. Otherwise, I narrate what happens, and if it's something bad, I don't blame the dice. I'm the GM. I did that. I did that to your character. Make better choices. If we have less than one roll per character per session, then I will make sure to adjust. It's also worth getting your players used to the idea that when a roll fails, the situation changes. The story moves on. Didn't pick the lock? Your scratching makes the people on the other side shout, "Who's there?" And you can now hear weapons being drawn. If you do this, then they will know, "Can I try again?" or "Can I try instead of her?" are diminishing returns. This gets out of the trap some first-time GMs fall into of letting people just re-roll until someone eventually succeeds. After all, if something is eventually possible, if people just spend long enough trying, tell the players they can just spend the time. No die roll. Or offer, it's going to take 2 hours to research, unless one person succeeds the skill check, and then it'll be 15 minutes. But if they fail, you'll be interrupted by the bad guys. Yes, the results of a failed roll can be plot that isn't direct consequences of the action. Failed lockpicking needn't just be broken lockpicks. It can be getting spotted, but it could also be an unrelated fight breaks out nearby. Do tell them beforehand. It does make the rolls more tense. Some people think the solution to too many rolls is to use diceless role-playing games. And those can be great, but, and it's a big but, they need the right combination of players. It's incredibly frustrating to play a game like Wanderhome with a group that includes one person who takes no dice, no GM, to mean, my character alone has plot armor, and they can never fail at anything. Yes, this is a personal experience. I have enjoyed diceless games, but one of the things I love as a GM is having to think quickly because a die roll has suddenly thrown a spanner in the works. It's simply not as likely that's going to happen in a game with no dice at all. This suits cozy games perfectly, and if you've not checked out Wanderhome, then I highly recommend it. Not a sponsor. Oh, and one last thing, and it's the reason I think rolling 2 dice for D100 is superior to a single D20, even if the probability curves are the same. Rolling dice is fun, and I think it's more fun if the shiny math rocks make a clattering sound in your claws. Tell me if I'm right in the comments downstairs. Maybe I'll do character sheets next. and why they can be a wonderful tool for world building. If that's out already, it might be the video the YouTube robots recommend to you here. Happy gaming, friends, and I'll see you next time.